channel. Today I have the February monthly energy for all of the Tauruses out in the collective. So I am so excited and glad to be back with you to provide you all monthly zodiac reads. So if you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a certified spiritual life coach, and a certified sound healer. And I am here to provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. So without further ado, Taurus, let's go ahead and dive right into your monthly message. So we're going to start off with our oracle cards and then transition right into the tarot. So Taurus, we are starting off with exchanging gifts, and apologize for that. Next card is going to be Goddess Anine with adaptability and focus. Okay. Here is kind of what I'm seeing for you here, Taurus. I feel that ultimately this month is really about you being very flexible. I feel that you're needing to sort of adapt to this. It's almost like you're needing to allow yourself to be flexible. Understand that there's going to be a lot of change coming down the pipeline that is going to require you to really focus. One of the things about exchanging gifts is really about the law of giving. I feel that ultimately, Taurus, you're going to be presented an opportunity to really utilize that part of yourself, to really be giving and really be open to receiving. Okay. I feel like this might be something that maybe some of you tend to struggle with. You tend to struggle with really being open to receiving, whether that's criticism, whether that's, suggestions about things that need to change, those kinds of things. Understand, this is interesting because I'm kind of now getting like a double message here. Understand that when you need to be open to receiving, okay, I feel that you need to sort of see this from a perspective of understanding that there is no harm that is intended here, especially with this adaptability card, okay? The adaptability is really about understanding here that, sometimes when things occur in our lives, we have to learn to adapt to new situations, new individuals, and we sort of have to not take things personally, right? Understand that when things change, right? Because I feel like this is ultimately change. Ultimately, I do feel that change is coming for you in the month of February here, Taurus. And I feel like because you're so used to things being a certain way, this change is going to feel like it's sort of been dumped on you. But I want to point out here that this change is really a gift, and you're needing to be open to this gift, okay? And I know that's probably not something you want to hear because I know that Taurus is an earth sign, and Taurus tend to be very, Taurus tend to be very strategic and very stable and stubborn on how they like things to be done. They want them to be done in a certain way. And so I want to point out here that I feel that the change that is coming for you is meant to be perceived in a way that is going to be better for you, right? It's about bettering your life. It's about being more fulfilling. Like the things that are going to be occurring is really about you needing to open up more to this divine way of living. Now, here's the interesting thing. With focus, this focus card really talks about your point of attraction. Now, that one small little phrase here, Taurus, is something that I've said many a times. Your point of attraction is really about the things that become a part of your life, okay? This card is really wanting you to understand that the things that you focus upon, you bring upon. You create those things. So understand that your point of attraction is the accumulation of your own thoughts. So whether you're aware of it or not, understand that the things that you think about, you are ultimately creating in your life. So understand that when this change occurs, right, when this gift is given to you, you need to be open to receiving it in a very open, loving way. How you perceive it, what you think about it, ultimately is how you are going to experience it. Like, that's the best way that I'm going to explain this to you. So again, if you are the type of person who looks at everything in a very pessimistic way, or you're very closed off to this new change, you're needing to learn adaptability. You're needing to see the bigger picture and understand that this isn't something that is occurring because you're being punished. It's not for something that you've done. This is really about needing to align you to what you are wanting to be aligned to a higher purpose, a higher calling, having more fulfillment, having more joy, those kinds of things. So I feel this month is really about you adapting to this change, adapting to new, people, new situations, maybe a new location, maybe a new job. It's really about getting out of your comfort zone and really allowing yourself to explore the potentials in this new opportunity. So let's go ahead and dive into the tarot here. Okay, so right off the bat for Taurus, we have the Emperor. Yes, okay. So right away, the Emperor is really talking about this massive expansion that is happening within you. And one of the important things about the Emperor here, Taurus, is that whenever the Emperor shows up, the Emperor is going to make very strategic moves. Because he understands that change has to happen. And when change happens, he's going to make the change that is going to not only assist him, but assist others, right? This is about growth. This is about you needing to sort of view every experience as a way for you to grow and expand your knowledge base and really and sort of like experience it in a different way. I think if you look at everything as a negative and you're not really trying to see the bigger picture, then you ultimately aren't going to experience, right? That which you focus upon, you bring upon, you're not really going to see. You're not going to understand the reasoning behind it, right? Now, the Three of Cups is really about celebrating. I feel that you're ultimately needing to celebrate this change in this and be flexible to it. Because you're going to be collaborating with others. And I feel that maybe if you're the type of person here, Taurus, that likes to sort of work alone and you like to be by yourself, what Spirit is really saying is that when you can come together with like-minded individuals that have the same drive, the same purpose, the same passion, and you work together, you communicate and you collaborate, it'll go that much faster. And I feel it's really about you needing to sort of witness how other people look at things, right? Like, I feel like you're meant to really look at things from a much different perspective than how you've currently been viewing them. Because I feel like you've really just sort of been trying to do it all by yourself here with the Seven of Swords. And I feel this is what needs to change. This is the part of you that you're needing to sort of cut out, because I feel there's so much more for you to gain out of this experience. Again, don't look at this experience as, I did something wrong, this is my punishment, that kind of thing. I really ultimately feel that by you sort of seeing things from a different perspective and relying on other individuals to help you through this expansion, through this growth process, right? This could totally be you hiring a coach, you hiring, going to therapy, whatever it might be. That it could totally be that. It's really about understanding, being very intellectual and not really taking it personally. Don't take these situations personally. The Queen of Swords doesn't really trust her emotions, right? She doesn't make decisions based off of her emotions. She uses her intellect, her knowledge, the things that she's learned from the past experiences that she's had in order to make conscious choices. And this is what you're needing to do here, Taurus. Now let's dive a little bit further. So here we have the Seven of Voices. Again, the Seven of Swords, it keeps coming up. I feel like you're not really being honest with yourself here, Taurus. I feel like you're trying to be very slick and trying to say, well, this isn't my fault. I'm this way because of XYZ. And I feel like you're not taking ownership. And this is what Spirit is really wanting you to be aware of. You're needing to see how you play a part in your own sabotage or how you play a part in your own circumstances. You play a part, okay? And I feel like this is ultimately what you're needing to witness, right? I feel like you're needing to sort of understand that your own actions, right? The things that you think. And here's the thing, swords really represents our thoughts. It represents our, our mentality, the things that we constantly think about. And here's the thing, if you're not seeing things clearly, and if you truly are deluding yourself into believing that these things happen because of XYZ, then you're creating more burdens for yourself here with this 10 of inspiration. This is the 10 of wands, right? You're creating more work. And you feel that and this is different because normally with the 10 of wands, I see this as burdensome and I see it as, all of these responsibilities. But I sort of feel here, Taurus, that you're sort of pushing the blame, that it's someone else's responsibility to make things go the way that you want them to go. So you're not taking ownership here, Taurus. And what Spirit is really saying is that you need to take ownership. This is where the adaptability and change comes in, right? You're needing to focus on your point of attraction. You're needing to focus on your thoughts. Understand that your thoughts create your reality. And the things that you constantly think about are actually sort of playing out in front of you every day. And you're not putting those pieces together. Now, with the Hanged Muse, this is about surrendering to the process, right? Understanding that we can't always have control. And that, sometimes our thoughts get way ahead of us, right? And how do we take control of our thoughts? We allow our thoughts to be what they are. We recognize how our thoughts manipulate us into believing the illusions of those thoughts, okay? With the Five of Voices, this is about, it's the Five of Swords. So again, there's a lot of manipulation in your thoughts here, Taurus, that's going on. And I feel like you're needing to face those fears. Whatever fears they are, whatever illusions they are, they're deceiving you, right? And this could be that maybe it's the thoughts that you constantly play a certain scenario in your mind from something that might have that happened a long time ago with someone in your family or someone very close to you. Whatever it is, you're needing to see it for what it is, okay? Understand that with the Five of Voices, it's needing to recognize that winning isn't everything, right? It's not about having it our way all the time. I think the phrase that kind of comes up to me is, this isn't Burger King. You can't always have it your way, right? And this is what Spirit really wants you to recognize. Spirit is really wanting you to see that if you could just surrender for a moment, if for just a moment, you could surrender your expectations or your needs or your desires to have things a certain way or the way that you feel it makes sense to you, you might be able to actually have something magical happen, right? And I feel that you're wanting this, I feel like there's a part of you that's been inspired to sort of create this change, and you have this creativity that you're wanting to sort of expand upon. And I feel that you ultimately have this great vision for yourself, but you're not willing to make the necessary changes, or you're not even open to whatever changes might need to occur in order for you to have what you are ultimately wanting to experience. Does that make sense here, Taurus? Like, I feel that when you close yourself off because you're wanting it to be a certain way and you're not allowing spirit or the universe to sort of gift it to you in a different way, because you're so adamant that no, it has to be XYZ, it has to be this, it has to fit this, then you miss out on so many different opportunities. You miss out on opportunities and opportunities. I mean, how do you know that this experience, this opportunity that's going to be presented to you isn't a stepping stone? It could totally be a stepping stone, a small, minor stepping stone that is getting you to that ultimate desire, that ultimate goal of what you are ultimately wishing for or wanting or asking for, right? But maybe in this little stepping stone, there are things that you are meant to experience and collaborate with others and learn and grow from and build upon in order to create something even more beautiful and more magical along the way. So, Taurus, this is your message this month. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.